Hello, friends. It's Reverend Ric Beattie. Excuse me. I'm the senior minister at Unity of Royal Oak in Royal Oak, Michigan. And it is always an honor for me to share this time of communion. I think of it as communion, common union, as we come together to meditate and pray and just share some ideas. So I'm honored. Today is the 6th of October, 2021. I'm going to share with you the reading from today's Daily Word, and I do so with permission of Unity, the publishers of Daily Word. And the key word today is blessed. I am blessed to be a child of God. I am blessed to be a child of God. My very life is a blessing that I receive anew every day. Today I count my many blessings and feel grateful for all the good in my life. I'm grateful for the life that animates my body and inspires my mind, and for the love that fills my heart. There are no greater blessings than these from which all other blessings spring. I am blessed with free will to choose how I respond to events, what I wish to learn, how I choose to serve, and what I choose to give. My opportunities are plentiful, and I make the most of them by living robustly. With my many blessings uppermost in my mind, I set the intention to use my gifts to serve as a blessing in the lives of others. And the Bible verse for today is from the Hebrew Bible book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 7. Blessed are those who trust in the Lord, whose trust is the Lord. May God write these words in our hearts. I want to just look at a couple of these phrases. My very life is a blessing that I receive anew each day, every day. I don't remember to do it every day, but I often, as I get up in the morning, I'm grateful for the fact that I can see, that I'm alive, that I can talk, that I can hear, that I can ambulate. I'm grateful for every day, every day. A number of years ago, 18 years ago, I had a very mild heart attack, but it got my attention. And so since then, I've been more mindful of living my life. And the older I get, the more I see it, because so many people that I know, 2 younger brothers and many younger friends, have all passed on already. So we never know what's going to happen. Today I count my many blessings and feel grateful for all the good in my life. I'm grateful for the life that animates my body and inspires my mind. I often use this phrase, and I don't know where I picked it up. I love this life that lives me. I love this life that lives me. Just think about that for a moment. Because I often think about how people get caught up in I, me, and mine. I call it the life of I, me, and mine. So my kids, my house, my car, my career, my degree, my education, my. Like we have a life. But I think it's not exactly true. I think that life, capital L life, has us. That the very life that is God is living us. In fact, Eckhart Tolle makes the assertion in his book, A New Earth, A New Earth. He says that we are consciousness becoming conscious of itself. We are God awakening. Because as you know, in Unity, we're not thinking about a God out there somewhere, but God here with us. I'm blessed with free will to choose how I respond to events. I don't get to choose every event. A lot of things happen, like the pandemic. I don't know that I would have chosen it, but it's here. So I have a choice about how I experience it, right? And I think that's powerful. It's freeing, liberating for me. My opportunities are plentiful, and I make the most of them by living robustly. Are you leaning into your life? Are you living your life with intention and by choice? Because the life you're waiting for is happening now, and you are the author, and you are the director, and you are the actors and actresses and the screenwriter, all of it. It's your life. Create the story of your choosing. We have to remember sometimes that we are infinite, eternal spiritual beings. Yes, we have a body, and that body is going to die someday, but who we are will never die. With my many blessings uppermost in my mind, I set the intention to use my gifts to serve as a blessing in the lives of others. A life of service, a life of giving to others, and not just giving, but being with others. I count that to be one of my personal greatest blessings. I often reflect on my role in people's lives, and I get to travel through the journey of life with so many people, and I love to do that. And I love being with you right here, right now. So in a moment, I'm going to start some music. I'm using today 6 Degrees of Meditation by Kim Lange, our creative director. Couldn't remember the name of it, couldn't recall it, so I had to read it on my monitor. And it's interesting to me that we're in the last quarter of the year already. Wow. It blows my mind. So I'm going to start some music. We're going to do just a very basic meditation. Sometimes I do guided meditations that are more elaborate, but I just haven't been inspired to lately. So I will, I'm sure, whenever Spirit leads me there, I'll go there. So we're going to start some music together, and then we're going to, well, first let's just get centered and settled before I start the music. Let's just take a moment to become aware of the very life in us, the very breath in us. And notice your body wherever it is in space right now. I'm sitting in my chair in my office here at the church. And I can just scan my body and see if there's any tension anywhere. Am I holding any tension? Am I holding any stress? And one of the things that I've noticed about living during this pandemic time, this interesting time, is we're all got some stress going on, some anxiety. There's anxiety in the field of energy. I feel it. I'm very empathic and very sensitive to energy. So we just scan the body, and if there's any tension anywhere, we stop. Just stop there and invite that stress to drain away. Invite it to leave the body. You're in the mind, the body. You're in charge of the mind. It's your mind and your body, and you have a choice about what you dwell upon and about what has and what inhabits you. I find myself several times a day looking around at my body in my mind and inviting the stress to leave, and I notice, like, oh, my shoulders relax a little bit and my neck relaxes a little bit. So I invite you to do that now. Let yourself get centered and settled and relaxed. Breathe. Just taking a deep breath reminds us to relax. A deep breath can be a great teacher. So now we're going to take 3 deep breaths together, breathing in, exhale, breathing in, and exhaling. One more breath in, and let it out. And now I'm going to start this music. And just notice your breathing at your own rhythm, your own pace, whatever that is for you. No need to rush or hurry or force. Just allow the breath to come. And in a moment, I'm going to invite you to follow your next breath inward. But I want to remind you that should you hear any noise that disturbs you, anything that startles you, or if your mind wanders off, and it will, mine does all the time, you can always just bring it back gently to the breath, which means to bring your attention, your focus to your breath. So do that now. Just notice the rhythm of your breathing. And notice that it's as if you are being breathed. Ricky Beckwith has a song, "The breath of God is breathing me, and breathing in the breath of God, I know that all is well." So notice your breath and follow your next breath inward. You can meditate with your eyes open or closed. I do both. Depends on where I am and how I feel in that moment. Again, noticing the breath. Allowing each breath to fill your lungs and then gently release and allow it to exhale. This awareness of the breath, this consciousness on the breath, this focus on the breath is probably the most basic kind of meditation. We give the mind something to do because it likes to do things. It's always thinking. So we give the mind something to do. And that, for now, is to just notice the breath. And while the mind is noticing the breath, we can, the authentic part of us, can focus in and have an experience of communion with the divine. So with each breath you take, become a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more aware of that presence and that power that is within you. That presence that some call God. Others call it life, or wisdom, or source. Let the presence and the music carry you. And with your next breath, go a little bit deeper as you turn your attention away from the outer world and allow the light of life, the light of God, to illumine the inner space. Look around your inner world and what do you see? God is in me, and I am in God. At this time, I invite you to remain in the meditative state, but to summon into your mind the image or idea of anyone or anything that you would like to send some love energy to. For imagine that out from your heart can come a beam of energy, of love, of healing energy, of life energy. Perhaps someone you know has been ill, or perhaps you are dealing with illness. Know for yourself or for them that healing is always possible. And now make sure that you bless yourself and the members of your family. Just expand your view to include them all. And imagine that you're just shining your love light, just shining away any illness, any conflict. And now let's broaden our view a little bit to include wherever you work or where you're retired from, wherever you live. Just keep streaming out the love from your heart. And now let's imagine our country. And let's see it healing itself. Remembering that we can have differences of opinion and still get along. And now embrace the entire planet as it spins and hurtles through space. And we give thanks for this earth, and we know that we are its stewards, not its masters. And we release our prayer energy and our prayers for healing upon our world and upon all the many doctors and nurses all over the planet helping us cope with this pandemic, and the drug manufacturers and everyone involved in care, all of the first responders. We bless them all. And so it is, always, and in all ways. So, if I can support you in any way, my whole focus of my life professionally now is to teach and share the principles that have helped me change my life over the last 45 years or so. And help you to understand that you are the author of your life. You're the creator of your life. There's nothing more that I want you to understand other than that. You are, if you're not happy with it, change it. And as long as you're alive, and I'm assuming that you are if you're watching, you can change your life. So that's the truth for you and for me. So if I can support you in some way, reach out, send me an email, ric@unityofroyaloak.org. That's Ric, ric@unityofroyaloak.org. And you can visit our website, which is, oddly enough, unityofroyaloak.org. You'll find a list of activities that we have going on and how to connect with them. Some of them are virtual, some are hybrid, meaning both in person and virtual. So we invite you to connect with us on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, either here in the building or live on Facebook, and then in the afternoon we post up to we leave the archives on Facebook, and then we also post them over to YouTube. We appreciate your support, both in being a part of this meditation energetically, being a part of this community if you are, and your financial support, of course. One of the things that I've noticed is being hybrid, we spend more money. You would think it would be less, but it's not, because there are people we pay and things we're doing to have an online presence, and it all takes time, and time, of course, costs money. So if you are inclined to make a donation to us, a contribution, we appreciate that. You can find a button on our website labeled Donate. We process through Tithely or PayPal. You can also send a check or a money order here to the church, Unity of Royal Oak, and our address is on our website. It's 2500 Crooks Road, Royal Oak, Michigan, 48073. Dear friends, wherever you are right now, remember that the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. All is well. Namaste.